Hello, dear viewers, I'm your trusted health advisor. Have you ever woken up feeling fine only to suddenly feel lightheaded, weak, or just not quite right? If you're over 60, I want you to know those moments are not something to ignore. You see, for many older adults, a stroke doesn't arrive with a loud warning bell. It often starts quietly with small signs that seem harmless until one day your body won't move. Your speech becomes slurred, or your memory simply vanishes. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to gently share something that can protect your brain, your independence, and your future. Because many strokes don't happen out of nowhere. They build up gradually, starting from simple morning habits that we repeat every day, habits that seem harmless or even healthy, but can silently affect blood flow to the brain. And here's the good news. Just a few small changes to your morning routine can greatly reduce your risk of stroke. In today's video, we're going to explore 7 common morning mistakes many seniors make without realizing it, and more importantly, what to do instead to keep your brain sharp and protected. If any part of this message feels familiar or reminds you of something you've experienced, please leave a comment below. You are not alone, and your story might help someone else watching this right now. And don't forget to subscribe. We're building a warm, supportive space where older adults like you can learn, share, and thrive together. Let's begin with the very first habit that could be silently placing pressure on your brain. Let me ask you something. When you wake up in the morning, do you jump right out of bed? If so, you're definitely not alone. It feels natural. The sun is up, a new day is starting, and you want to get moving. But here's what many older adults don't realize. Getting up too quickly right after waking can quietly place your brain at risk. After a full night of sleep, your body is still in a resting state. Blood pressure is low. Circulation slows down, especially to the brain. And when you suddenly switch from lying down to standing up, your blood pressure can drop sharply. This is known as orthostatic hypotension, and it's more common and more dangerous than many people realize. You might feel a little dizzy or off balance. Some people even feel like they're about to faint. That moment may seem small, but it means your brain isn't getting enough oxygen. And for those of us with aging blood vessels or poor circulation, that sudden shift could lead to a mini stroke, or worse, a full-blown stroke. So what's the solution? It's simple and takes less than 2 minutes. When you first open your eyes, don't rush. Take a few slow breaths. Stretch your arms and legs. Sit up slowly. Then place your feet on the floor and pause. Give your body a moment to adjust. Let your brain catch up. If you've ever felt dizzy in the morning or lost your balance, it's not just aging. It's your body trying to warn you. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever felt dizzy or lightheaded when standing up in the morning? Please share your experience in the comments. Someone else may be feeling the same thing and not know what it means. Just spending 1 or 2 extra minutes waking up gently can help protect your brain for years to come. It's not being slow, it's being smart. Now let's talk about another small yet powerful morning habit, something many people over 60 forget even though it could protect their brain for years to come. It's this: drink a full glass of water right after waking up. I know it sounds simple, maybe even too simple. But here's why it matters. When you sleep for 7 or 8 hours, your body loses fluid through your breath and your skin. You're not drinking anything during that time, so when you wake up, you're already slightly dehydrated. And your brain, made up of about 75% water, feels that more than any other part of your body. Now imagine starting your day with thicker blood, slower circulation, and rising blood pressure all before breakfast. That's exactly what happens when you skip that morning glass of water. And for older adults, it's even more concerning. Dehydration has been linked to a higher risk of stroke, memory issues, and slower reaction time. It's especially important if you take diuretics, water pills often prescribed for high blood pressure or heart issues. These medications make you lose even more fluid during the night without you even noticing. That first glass of water helps thin your blood, naturally improves oxygen flow to the brain, and gently wakes up your body's systems. It's like opening a window to let in fresh air, only this time it's happening inside your brain. So before you reach for coffee, tea, or your morning medications, pause and drink a full glass of room temperature water. It takes less than a minute, but your brain will thank you all day long. Have you already made this part of your morning routine? Or is this a habit you'd like to start tomorrow? Let me know in the comments. Your small change might inspire someone else watching right now. Now let's talk about something that might already be on your breakfast plate. something many believe is healthy but could quietly be harming your brain. What's usually on your plate in the morning? Maybe a bowl of cereal, a slice of toast, or a quick fried egg with a little cheese. Seems harmless, right? But here's what many people overlook. Many common breakfast foods are packed with hidden salt, and that quiet habit may be putting your brain at risk. Salt doesn't just come from the shaker on your table. It hides in packaged bread, instant oatmeal packets, store-bought granola bars, sausage, and even healthy whole-grain cereals. And when you combine a salty breakfast with the natural blood pressure rise that happens every morning, the results can be dangerous, especially for older adults. Too much sodium stiffens your blood vessels and increases pressure on the delicate capillaries in your brain. And if you already have high blood pressure this morning, salt overload could push things too far, leading to a stroke, memory problems, or sudden dizziness and confusion. But here's the hopeful part. You can change this without giving up the foods you love. Instead of flavored instant oatmeal, try plain oats topped with fresh berries or a few unsalted nuts. Instead of sausage or cheesy scrambled eggs, choose a boiled egg with avocado or a slice of whole grain toast. Even small swaps like these can cut out hundreds of milligrams of sodium. Experts recommend keeping your entire breakfast under 300 to 400 milligrams of sodium, but many processed foods go over that in just one serving. And the tricky part, many of these foods don't even taste salty. So next time you read a label or prepare breakfast, take a second look. Your brain will thank you. Have you ever checked how much salt is in your breakfast foods, or made a simple change that helped reduce sodium and made you feel better? Share your ideas in the comments. Your tip could help someone else take a healthier step forward. Now, speaking of morning routines, let's talk about a drink that many people rely on to feel awake. But if used the wrong way, especially on an empty stomach, it may do more harm than good. Let's be honest, does coffee happen to be the first thing you reach for in the morning? If so, you're definitely not alone. For many of us, that warm cup of coffee feels like the only way to really start the day. But if you're over 60, here's something important to know. Drinking too much coffee on an empty stomach can quietly raise your stroke risk. Here's why. When you drink coffee, first thing in the morning, especially without any food in your stomach, your body responds strongly. Caffeine raises adrenaline, speeds up your heart rate, and causes your blood vessels to tighten. That can send your blood pressure soaring in just minutes. And for older adults whose arteries may already be less flexible, that sudden spike can place stress on the fragile blood vessels in your brain. Over time, it can increase the risk of small strokes, irregular heart rhythms, and even memory problems. Now, this doesn't mean you need to give up coffee completely, not at all. The key is timing and balance. Here's a better approach. Start with a glass of water to rehydrate. Then eat a light brain-friendly breakfast, maybe a boiled egg, some fruit, or a slice of whole grain toast. After that, enjoy your coffee, just one moderate cup, not 3 in a row. And be mindful of the cream and sugar, those can bring inflammation your body doesn't need. Coffee isn't the enemy, but for those of us over 60, we need to be smarter than our habits. What worked for us at 40 may not serve us as well today. And if you find yourself needing cup after cup just to feel awake, it might be a sign of something deeper, like poor sleep or dehydration, that deserves your attention. How's your relationship with coffee these days? Have you found a routine that works for you without overdoing it? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Someone else may be wondering the same thing. Now let's talk about one of the most subtle but important warning signs your brain might be giving you. It's a symptom that many older adults ignore, even though it could be your brain's quiet cry for help. Have you ever woken up feeling a little off? Maybe a bit dizzy or slightly unsteady on your feet? Maybe one arm felt weaker, or your speech was unclear for a few minutes? It's easy to brush it off. I probably slept funny. Or maybe I just didn't sleep well. But please don't ignore it. Those quiet moments could be your brain waving a red flag. For many older adults, especially over age 60, symptoms like morning dizziness, mild numbness, or unusual weakness could signal something more serious. It could mean reduced blood flow to the brain, sudden shifts in blood pressure, or even a mini stroke, also known as a TIA, transient ischemic attack. TIAs often last just a few minutes. They come and go quickly, but they are a serious warning. They often happen in the early morning when your body is adjusting from sleep, and they are one of the clearest signs that a major stroke could be on the way. If you notice these symptoms, don't wait. and hope they'll go away. Write them down. Tell your doctor. And if you're not sure whether what you felt was serious, track it. There are simple tools and apps designed to help older adults log symptoms and recognize patterns. Because when it comes to stroke, every second counts. Your body is wise. When it sends you a whisper like a wave of dizziness or sudden fatigue, it's trying to protect you. But only if you're listening. Have you ever had one of those mornings where something just didn't feel right? Even for a few minutes, I invite you to share your story in the comments. It could help someone else recognize the signs and act in time. Now let's talk about something that happens in every home with older adults but is often overlooked: how we take our morning medications. Because when it comes to protecting your brain, the timing and method can be just as important as the pills themselves. Let me ask you, how confident do you feel about your morning medication routine? Do you take them at the same time each day with water? Or do you sometimes forget, take them late, or get mixed up? If so, you're not alone. In fact, this is one of the most common and quietest risks to brain health in older adults. You see many seniors take medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or blood thinning. These aren't just routine pills. They're your brain's daily shield against stroke. And how you take them, the time, the dose, even what you take them with, can either protect you or put you at risk. Let's say you skip a dose. Maybe you got distracted, or just didn't feel like taking it. Your blood pressure could spike without you realizing it. Or maybe you accidentally take a double dose because you forgot whether you'd taken it already. That could make your blood pressure drop too low or increase your risk of bleeding. Even small habits matter. Taking pills with coffee instead of water. Swallowing them on an empty stomach when food is recommended. These things can reduce how well your body absorbs the medication or cause unwanted side effects. The good news: there are simple solutions. Use a pill organizer with sections for morning, noon, and night. Set reminders on your phone or smart speaker. Keep your pills next to something you always do, like brushing your teeth or making your morning tea. And most importantly, never change your dose on your own without talking to your doctor, even if you feel fine. These medications are working quietly behind the scenes, protecting you every day. Give them the best chance to do their job. Have you found a system that helps you stay on track with your medications? Maybe a routine or reminder trick that works well for you. Please share it in the comments. Your tip could be exactly what someone else needs today. Now let's move on to one final morning habit that many people overlook, even though your body is sending a very clear message. It's something we all do, or rather something we sometimes delay doing: going to the bathroom. Let's talk about it honestly and openly. Can I ask you a slightly personal question? Have you ever woken up and just stayed in bed holding it in a little longer? Maybe you check the weather, read a few headlines, or wait until after your morning coffee. It seems harmless, right? But for those of us over 60, that small habit, delaying urination in the morning, can quietly do more harm than you might realize. As your bladder fills overnight and you postpone relieving it, your body doesn't just wait patiently. It begins to feel stressed. And in response, it releases cortisol and adrenaline hormones that raise your blood pressure and tighten your blood vessels. This early morning hormone spike, combined with a full bladder, can increase your stroke risk, especially if you already have high blood pressure or heart issues. But that's not all. Holding it in can also place pressure on your heart. In some older adults, a full bladder has been shown to trigger irregular heart rhythms, especially in those with underlying issues like atrial fibrillation or valve problems. That combination, high blood pressure and an irregular heartbeat, is the perfect storm for blood clots and eventually a stroke. And the best part, it's completely preventable. Just listen to your body. When you wake up, even if the urge feels mild, go to the bathroom before checking your phone or sipping your coffee. Think of it as your first act of self-care each day. No special device, no complicated routine, just a quick trip to the restroom that may protect your brain and heart for years to come. Have you ever had a habit of delaying your morning bathroom trip? Or did something help you realize it's better to go right away? Please leave a comment and let us know. Your story might encourage someone watching this video to change a risky habit they didn't even know they had. Now that we've walked through all 7 subtle but powerful morning habits, let's take a moment to look back and see how they're all connected. Each one might seem small on its own, but over time, these tiny choices add up. They can quietly support or quietly strain your brain, your balance, and your independence. Now you know, a stroke doesn't just come out of nowhere. It often builds up slowly through the small decisions we make every single morning. From skipping that first glass of water to jumping out of bed too fast. From brushing off morning dizziness to holding in your urge to go to the bathroom, these may seem like harmless habits. But over months and years, they can silently weaken your brain and your circulatory system. The good news: you don't have to change your whole life. Just pick 1 or 2 small habits to change this week. Take your time, listen to your body, and trust that every small step can help protect your memory, your balance, and your independence for years to come. If this video gave you even one helpful idea, I invite you to like it and share it with a friend who might need it too. And please leave a comment below. I'd love to know which of these habits surprised you the most. Which one are you planning to try changing first? And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video full of honest, simple tips to support your brain and body each day. Your morning matters, and so does your health. Thank you for watching. Take care and see you next time.